DC Multiverse!
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Originally I was going to review Red Hood and Nightwing together in one video, but this is what I ordered, and this is what I got. So I've decided to make the Gotham Knights Platinum Edition Red Hood figure its own video. Oh, and you might have noticed I'm filming this in chroma color. Now this figure comes with the trading card and a figure stand and 2 extra pew-pew gun finger hands. Clearly this is McFarlane's way of sending a kind of cheeky middle finger at Warner Brothers for saying, "No guns allowed in any of the toys." Clearly all the children that I knew that played with G.I. Joes all turned out to be mass murderers. Now the trading card that comes with this Red Hood is clearly supposed to look like some sort of artist proof. You know, what the trading card looks like before it's market ready. And of course, on the back, we have the Red Hood's data file, which you can pause to read if you'd like to. Now, the one clear benefit to having an action figure in my possession that doesn't have any paint deco on it is that we get a really good chance to actually see the intended detail of the figure. Sometimes, the paint apps actually muddy up where the detail should be. But in this case, as we can plainly see, we can actually tell where everything is supposed to be. And it does appear that the Red Hood does have extra ammunition magazines attached to his belt here. Which is funny because, last time I checked, fingers didn't shoot bullets. Seeing the facial sculpt of this guy really makes me kind of wish I had got the painted version, because this is a fantastic Red Hood head sculpt, and it looks a lot like the artwork. Actually, the whole figure does. One thing I like about the design of this Red Hood is the fact that you can actually see the straps going over his shoulders and also around his back like this. You can really tell that it's some sort of bulletproof vest. As for the articulation of this figure, well, let's see exactly what he's got. You have torso articulation that is not too shabby. I suppose that's okay. As usual, you have some problems bending down, but could be a lot worse. The head is going to get a full range of motion all over the place, down and up, like that very much. His arms, they click into place as usual, and you have the rounded hinge with the little piece that goes around there to simulate kind of like a butterfly. It just fills in the gaps so the figure doesn't look so weird and wonky. You have a bicep swivel, you have double jointed elbows, and they crunch up quite a... Oh, those are perfect. Those are very crunchy. And I've only really utilized one side of the elbow here. You've also got that hinge in the wrist there that spins and does all the typical wrist articulation of a McFarlane Toys figure. You've got waist articulation that is really belly dancer-ish. So when you combine that with the torso, what kind of articulation are we going to get? And that's all right. That's pretty good. Below the belt, as usual, we have McFarlane's own take on groin articulation. There isn't that much as far as this kind of motion like that, but these still are very, very well articulated legs with double jointed knees that crunch up completely perfectly fine enough. That's really actually some words that I said. And rounded hinges in both of the ankles that are also a pivot, and you have your toe articulation. Now you guys know exactly how I feel about these unpainted prototype looking Platinum Series figures from McFarlane Toys. I'm not usually yippity skip jumping out of my seat to get my hands on one because I prefer my figures to be painted. I want them to stand out when I put them on a shelf. But if you're handy with a paintbrush and you would consider yourself somewhat of a customizer beyond that of myself, I'm just a lowly kit basher, then this might be something you're interested in. Also, some people just like to collect prototype looking figures. There's a whole market for that on eBay. I know for myself, although I never would have purposefully ordered this in a million years, and Amazon was gracious enough to give me a refund on account of the fact that this is not actually what I paid for, I will say, one benefit of having this guy in my hands, it really gives us a chance to look at up close and appreciate how much sculpted detail goes into these figures that Todd releases. Anyway, super friends, that is it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the next one. Have a DC day, everybody, and take care.